I can't find a fault with this car. It's ridiculous.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm Sebastian and this is Sab on Cars, the channel where we react to everything to do with cars. And you're back for another video. Obviously, you've seen what the description is written, what the title is. We're going to be watching a very, very special car, driven by a very special car journalist, Chris Harris. He was supposed to be Jeremy Clarkson's replacement, I think, on Top Gear, but there's only one Clarkson, and I didn't like the guy in the beginning, but then the more I watched Top Gear and some of the stuff he does on the side, I was like, hey, he's quite funny. I like him. He's like a regular guy with shorts that gets to drive really powerful cars, which is very relatable, and he's quite dope. And today he's driving one of my favorite Porsches, because it was one of the first Porsches that I really liked, the 911933. Was it 993? Jesus Christ, all these numbers. 993, 991.2, 992. It's too many nines, right? But this is a 993 with the big whale tail spoiler. Oh man, I love these. These look very aggressive. And this is where Porsche started the whole single light, you know, the retro light that they've brought back now with the new 911s. Man, let's just look at the McDaddy, the original. So let me just fix my shandis here so we can just watch this video. And let's go.
Afternoon, peeps.
M5 Touring.
Shutting the door on one special car and walking towards something far more special. Coming to collecting cars soon. Okay.
There it is.
It's the 993 RS, which is the one. It's right-hand drive, original C16 spec. It's got the big wing on the back. It's one owner. It's done 10,000 miles. The motor trade likes to use the phrase unrepeatable, but often it's repeatable. This, I'm not sure it is. Have a look at it.
Oh my God, there's that light. There's
First of
that
all,
retro light.
it's got the leather pouch. It's got the keys. It's got the proper immobilizers. I've had a look around it before already.
Immobilizers.
I can't find a fault with it. It's remarkable. Let's start with the outside. It's got the speed lines. Rear ones need a bit of work, but not much. I mean, it's been used so occasionally. It's got some heli tape on here that I think is the original stuff from when the car was new. I can't see anything that's been replaced or isn't original paint. Look at the number plates. AFN with the real phone number. You'd eat your dinner off it. I think it's done a few trips abroad, but really, this is the best example of the best of the RS Porsches for road use that I've seen. I can't really say much more. I'm going to go and sit there. You're going to come around here.
Look
Good.
At, just look.
Let me let you in.
Wow.
Now I'm going to show you why these are so special. It is the best of all the Porsche RS cabins, and this one's got the two-tone brilliant Recaro seat. I think it's a pole position underneath, but it's the best shape of all. The dashboard in 993, I look for stuff that's not been over-polished. It's matte. All the surfaces haven't been over-cleaned in this. It presents like a new car. It is absurdly good in here.
Oh my God.
If you come and have a look at it, you'll realise how good it is. Clock face is brilliant. There's a little bit of telltale tarnish on the inside of the rev cams. That's a great sign for me. Shows it's not been in and out or messed around with. That's what happens when they age gracefully. I mean, you could imagine it being 1997, this being a year-old car in a Porsche centre back then. It is extraordinarily good. I mean, extraordinarily good.
That Momo-style steering wheel.
Big wing, standard from new. It's got the correct badging on it. It's got the correct exhaust tips on it. I don't know what else to say. We've sold some spectacular cars on Collecting Cars since 2019. This might be the best. 10,000 miles, one owner, C16 UK car. I keep saying those three things because they're remarkable to me. It's been loved and cherished. Time for a new owner now.
It's a bit sad that it's been driven for only 10,000. This needs to be driven.
So just occasionally, you jump into something so outrageously good, it almost doesn't stack up. I mean, a one owner from new, 993 RS, delivered to the UK in exactly this specification, and it's done 10,000 miles. One owner from new, 10,000 miles. Delivered by AFN, has the original number plates on it. It's far as I can see, this is an entirely original car. And as time progresses, I think the 993 RS might be the one. Why do I think it's the one? Well, for us Porsche nerds, the 964 RS, which is now feted as a fantastic car, wasn't that well received when it was new. People thought it was too harsh on the road, didn't offer much over a Carrera 2, and they weren't wrong. It wasn't much faster, it was lighter, but it was crashy and a bit compromised on the road. This 993 RS was Porsche's follow-up 4 years later or so, and it's a stunning road car. It rides properly, it's got a load more power, well, not masses more, but it has got more power, and it's just a sensational road car, but it's great on track as well. But you don't come across them like this because they were used. People used them properly, so there aren't many unicorns out there, but this is a unicorn. 10,000 miles. It's been used sparingly. It's been to Goodwood, to events. It's been to Le Mans to see the racing there. It's lived a good life. It's quite clearly been looked after. What a machine. And it's got the all-important bucket seats. It's got the pulls down there for the doors. It's got wind-up windows. It's in lightweight spec without the cage, but with carpets inside. Dearie me. The steering. I'm not sure assisted power steering's ever been better than in this car. Every time you blip the throttle, it just settles to an absolutely perfect idle. There's no rattling. It doesn't. The revs don't dip, then try and catch up with themselves again. Telltales that something's been played with. I mean, this could be a brand new press car from the year it was made. If I look a bit bamboozled, it's because I haven't come across a vehicle like this in a long, long time. They always feel like you're questioning the mileage. You know, you're looking around thinking that surface doesn't look right, that doesn't look right, but this all looks right. Now, there's one thing about this car that really is special for me, and it's a bit of a nerd point. That's beyond the fact that I think it is the ultimate old lightweight RS package. There isn't a better car than this. For me, this is the one from that era. It's the gear shift. This gear shift is the best. I don't know what they did with it. It doesn't feel like a 993 gear lever at all. It sort of feels like it goes backwards and forwards without the lever falling backwards and forwards. It's just like a rod into the gearbox. It's positive. It is one of the great gear shifts. It's just so fast, so accurate. This car reeks of one man, Roland Kussmaul. He was the boss of all of these cars. He developed them. He used to go home at night in 993s to define what this car would be. This obviously was the beginning of the homologation exercise for Porsche. This led to the Cup car, led to 993 GT2. The rest is history. This is, you could argue, one of the beginning points of all of the RSs we celebrate now. If you have the resources, again, I keep saying this, it's one to have in your shed. It's so original, and it's got air conditioning as well, so you can go and use it. I mean, maybe the miles are so low people won't use it, but that's a great shame because this is so tight, this car. It has to be used. It has to be used.
Look at that engine.
Right, so
clean. So clean.
Just pulls beautifully. These cars feel so small compared to modern 911s because they are. Look at them, I'm not a big bloke, but I'm pretty much shoulder onto the other seat. It has the best clock faces. It has, for me, the best feeling steering wheel. So thin here. Plastics haven't aged at all. You get into Ferraris from this era, you touch something and black stuff comes off them or they fall apart. It just feels like a new car. Get in contact and make an offer because this is not repeatable. Right-hand drive 993 with the wing. 10,000 miles, one owner. I mean, they bought a handful in, and that handful do not look like this anymore. Gear shift. If I owned this, I'd spend the whole day just changing gears every 2 minutes because it's such a delightful gear shift. Maybe that's a mod people could do. Put this gear linkage into a Carrera 2 and you would change. No, it was called a 993 Carrera, wasn't it? Put it into a Carrera and it would change everything. I can't find a fault with this car. It's ridiculous.
It really is. Let's end it right there. Wow. 993 was a turning point, which is hard to think about when you think about Porsche because they evolve more than they change. So this was crazy. This was a crazy car. As I say, this was my favorite, but the turbo version from Bad Boys. The first time I saw that shape from Bad Boys, I was like, oh, mwah, that strip, that lights, that retro light strip, man. It's so good. It looked so good back then, and it looks so good on the modern ones also. That is why this could be the greatest 911 for me, because the way it's so good, they had to repeat it. In a way, they had to repeat it. The new ones are like a little throwback to the old one, the 993. If there's one number you need to get, it's 993. Forget about the 911.2s, the 964s, all those numbers, rubbish. 993. If I can get one of these, hey man, I need to make a lot of money. Somehow. Guys, if you're in the UK, if you have the money, I would look into that. It probably costs an arm and a leg, but man, what a car. So, special car, 993 guys. Mwah. What do you think? Please tell me in the comment section. And also hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. And the notification bell. Guys, until the next video,